morning, everyone. I'm Wade Holman, Director of Operations at Waxahachie CARE. We're in the garden this morning, and doesn't it look nice? We have a young lady that volunteers her time, and she's been working hard in this garden all summer, and it's amazing that it still looks as good as it looks. Monica Flores, she's doing a great job. It's been 100 degrees for well over a month now, pretty much every day, and it is remarkable what this young lady has been able to do. Today, I'm going to share with you some things that have happened over the past week and some memories throughout Waxahachie CARE since we've been here. So let's get started, and the first thing I would like to do is introduce you to one of our volunteers.
My name is Shane Lee, and I volunteer as a pickup driver for Waxahachie CARE. I've been a driver for CARE for going on 2 years now. You know, Waxahachie CARE provides much needed support for families in our community. Actually got started as a volunteer through my wife. She was working with a group of her girlfriends packaging meals, and I asked her to ask around to see if they needed any help on a weekly basis. Well, it wasn't long after that before I was signed up to run a weekly route with other volunteers picking up donated food from local retailers. I grew up in Waxahachie, so I love that I have the ability to give a little something back.
One of the greater challenges to my job is managing food, finding that balance between intake and outtake. And finding a balance between intake and outtake, well, that's a challenge within itself right there. And one of the reasons why that's such a challenge is because food intake or food going out is never consistent. And that can be a lot like predicting the weather. I mean, you never know what people are going to bring. In managing food, there's a lot of things to think about. Seasons being one of them. We get a lot of canned goods in at Christmas time. It's nothing to see over 100,000 pounds come in through November and December, probably closer to 200,000. And wouldn't it be nice if it all came in stacked on pallets nice and neat? That's not the case at all. I have to call in many groups to go through the food. We have to date it, label some of it, stock it, put it back on the shelves, and clean it all up. Another challenge for most any nonprofit would be finding and keeping enough volunteers. The work is endless, nonstop. It's backbreaking at times. It's exhausting. And without volunteers, it's almost impossible to do the things we do. It's amazing how much a package of chips can add up in weight. You put them in a box like this and they start getting pretty heavy pretty quick.
every day, lifting 40 to 50 pound boxes all throughout the day. And it would be nice if we could bring this forklift inside the building, but this building is not made for a forklift. It's too small and too tight. So most all the weight, 600,000 pounds a year, that we distribute and go through, we do by hand. Once in a while I get reminded of how much I need my volunteers, especially when someone comes down with COVID and all the volunteers are gone for at least 5 days. COVID changed everything here at Waxahachie CARE, as it did all over the world. One of the things that I first remember happening with COVID is we lost 2/3 of our volunteers. Our volunteers are mostly retired people, and they didn't want to take that chance. It literally scared some of our volunteers to death. And so we lost 2/3 of our volunteers, and then we increased in our neighbors coming in who were needing assistance. And that's been a challenge up and down ever since. Our volunteers are priceless to us. You could not put a price on them. And the fact that they're willing to come down and give their time and help others never ceases to amaze me.
Hello!
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Clarissa, who's been volunteering with us for 6 years. Clarissa is a lot of fun, likes to laugh, likes to have a good time, keeps the party going. Clarissa is one of those that can bring a smile to your face, even on your worst day.
Hi there, Tracy Benson of Century 21 Judge Bike Company. We are here with my friend Katie and all of our children so that we can learn how to give back and to be a part of our community and see where the need is and be able to deliver and serve in any way that we can. So we are so grateful to be very blessed in order to give back and are happy to be a part of Waxahachie CARE. I am just here at Waxahachie CARE volunteering, and we are building snack bags. We just like to bring our kids to come help out and show them how to participate in loving the community. I volunteer and participate because I feel led to do so.
Okay.
I'm Michael Cadell. I'm a general contractor here in Waxahachie, working with Waxahachie CARES. We've got a Miss Bertha Lee Smith, a very nice woman who's had some problems with some leaks. I believe her plumbing probably froze this last winter, and it's been leaking ever since. So we did encounter some real rotting problems and 3 different pipes that were leaking as far as the plumbing that goes.
So Michael's hard at it here, and we're helping him out with the financial end of this. Glad we can partner with him. We got into remodeling a couple of years ago when a tornado blew through Forreston, a town just right below Waxahachie. One of our grant organizations gave us money to help families rebuild. The family did the work themselves, and we were able to partner with them by providing funds to replace windows, underpinning, and flooring. And thanks to some other organizations giving, we have continued in our rebuilding efforts.
I am real pleased with it. He's a nice person. He's respectable. He's Miss Bertha. And he told me, he said, I'm going to get your bathroom fixed up nice for you. I'm going to do all I can. He said, but I'm going to do you a good job. You're going to like it when I get through with it. What y'all doing? I appreciate it. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart.
So our drain had been leaking and it had rotted all this out down here. So what we're going to do is first we're going to inspect the plumbing, make sure that everything's sound on that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cut the floor back to here, reinforce it with new 2x6s and put in a new subflooring, and then hardy backer over the top of it. We had the same problem over here with the toilet. It had been rotted out around it, but as you can see, we've got all that in and the hardy backer ready to go.
Michael has also donated some of his time and his resources in this job, and we look forward to completing this project, but until then, we'll continue to show progress as we go.
Hello everyone, I'm Kim Holman, Executive Director of Waxahachie CARE. Sometimes I have to bring my work home, And being in a nonprofit, it's never 8 to 5. So a lot of times I work weekends and evenings just to get caught up and so I can be ready for the week ahead. It's not all bad. Sometimes I can get some other things done here at the house. Sometimes I laugh and cut up and just have a good time with my family. The best part about working from home is I get to drink Dad's coffee all day long. Hope you enjoyed the journey. Come join us again. See you next time.